Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to June. June happens to be Pride Month, as the title of my podcast today is called Be Good with Pride. I'm your host, Nish. Thank you for joining. And the reason for my podcast today is well, first of all, I want to um, acknowledge Pride Month, the LGBTQ community, which really does need to have have acknowledgement. They have suffered. That community has suffered greatly, and all they want is to have the same rights as everyone else and not be ridiculed, not be tortured, and being the victim of violence and discrimination. And these kinds of things that, people who are against the LGBTQ um, community, these people with great prejudice, their lives are, ruled by fear and, just not knowing, ignorance, basically, because we are all human beings. We all have a right to be here. And we all have an equal status as human beings, as the LGBTQ community is going to try to promote this month, that um, they are a part of our lives. They're a part of the community. They're a part of our country, of countries around the world, cities, towns, everything. They're they're with us. All right. Um, but I want to get to the point that brought me to do this podcast today. A couple of days ago, I came across a posting from somebody I know, and it stated that um, in honor of the Pride Month, they hope that homophobes have a very uncomfortable month. Now, that statement uh, upset me and, quite frankly, angered me because that's not what we should be uh, promoting or, wishing would happen. Because, just hoping that people who are ignorant, who are discriminating against um, unjustly discriminating against a group of people because of their sexual orientation or anything that it differs from them, that they should be uncomfortable, that this should upset them. That only um, perpetuates the hate and the misunderstandings and the reason why the current uh, administration, government administration of the United States is doing what they're doing against LGBTQ, against any race. If you don't look white, then ICE officers can just arrest you and put you in a prison or deport you to a country that isn't your country because you belong here. You know, if you want to support that community or any community, you should not wish that your opponents feel even more anger, feel uncomfortable with you being around, no. My personal hope is that we don't need special months to remind us to respect one another. We have the Black History Month, we have the Asian History Month, we have uh, Latin and indigenous peoples months, and various holidays like Martin Luther King birthday and such to remind us to honor uh, those communities, the people behind why we recognize them for greatness and for their contributions to the whole, not just to um, that particular group, but for example, the LGBTQ community, for them to gain the right to simply um, marry the person they wish to marry. This goes a long way towards um, acceptance that just because of your sexual orientation doesn't mean that you don't have a right that another person has to lawfully get married. Or maybe it comes down to some other rights. Maybe people are being denied, or certain groups are being denied the right to perhaps have a driver's license or have a job, or anything like that. We should be stamping out prejudice, racism, discriminations, intolerance. Please, I beg of all of you to stop this hate, even if it seems like it's in the way you feel that it is in honoring a particular group, that you incite hatred for another group, right? No, it's not right. Okay, so I want to just say that um, this particular podcast should inspire you to be good to yourself, be good to others, and celebrate the diversity that makes us all stronger. Thank you. And you have a wonderful month. Take care.